Hello everyone, and welcome to your second royal reading of today here at MadWorldTarot. And today I'm dedicating to Catherine because I feel like being in good energy today rather than toxic energy, more or less. Although toxic energy, of course, is going to intrude into these readings. And story that I'm going to look at now is this Spotify story that allegedly rumors are swirling that Spotify is negotiating a deal with Catherine, the Princess of Wales, to host a podcast. And ouch. Meghan is watching closely, according to the story. Meghan is distraught over the Spotify snub, the grifter thing, they're being sacked after her brilliant podcast, Archetypes. And I'm being snarky, and she feels that Spotify are doing this deliberately to rub salt in the wound. So that is the story that we are looking at using the Tarot of the Abyss. I'm going to do a little 5-card reading, and we're going to see what is going on, whether there is any truth to this rumor that Spotify is in discussions with Catherine to host a podcast. She, of course, is with her early years thing. I assume it would be about that, talking about that early childhood development, and how Catherine feels, if there is any truth to this rumor. Oh, these cards are lively. They were jumping all over the place when I was doing my pre-shuffle, so I think we're good to go. How Catherine feels about possibly stepping in where Meghan failed. How she feels about that. How does Meghan feel about this? And how is Meghan going to come back from this? If there is any truth to this story at all, how's Meghan going to come back? What is she going to do? How's it going to impact her? So the outcome card will be that. Little 5-card reading with underlying energy. Of course, it's tarot for fun and entertainment. It's all opinion, speculation. I read on royal energy, archetypal energy, and disclaimer in the box below. We've got the Emperor in reverse. And that, I think, would be Spotify. Probably from Meghan's point of view, because it is in reverse. So that is the big shot, the big cheese. Well, there are quite a few that have come out and now denounced Meghan Markle for her lack of work ethic, her grifting nature and all the rest of it. Apparently bumming private jets and scoring beach cottages off people and stuff like that, and doing nothing at all, next to nothing at all. But the Emperor in reverse would be a big plan that has collapsed, because the Emperor is about plans and strategies and managing things and being the CEO of a thing, being in charge of a thing. So we've got her plans collapsing completely, but we've also got her view of they are men, so let's say the men in charge of Spotify, who have now turned against her. So that's how she feels, Emperor in reverse. Emperor also is the royal family, just by the way. This is card of rubbing salt in wound. That would be the Emperor in reverse, because the Emperor can be quite nasty. It's ego, and good ego, we all need healthy egos. But it can go a bit out of control. Her ego out of control. She might also think their egos are out of control and that they're settling scores with her unfairly. So I'm interested to see if the outcome card shows any signs of litigation. Just curious, of course, for fun and entertainment. The situation, what are we dealing with right now? We are dealing with the Lovers in reverse, a breakup. And that's a big breakup for Meghan, a hurtful snub. She thought, there's the tree. Oh my, that's the tree at Mudslide Mansion that they looked at and thought, there it is. It's us. And so we should buy Mudslide Mansion. But the tree is now in reverse. The partnership has broken up. The partnership that she, I think, felt very, very strongly about. She thought this was her thing because it was going to lead to other things, and I did a reading on that. It was going to lead to talk shows. She was going to be a chat show host, then she was going to be president, and all the rest of it. This failing of this deal has had enormous repercussions that I think we can only begin to imagine. certainly a great wound. When you see the Lovers in reverse in a reading, it's hurtful. Someone didn't choose you. They chose someone else. Choices, breakups, hurt. So let's see. Is there any truth to this rumor that's swirling around that Spotify are busy negotiating with the Princess of Wales? Oh yeah, absolutely, with the Magician. Upright magic happening there. Someone is trying to manifest this. Someone absolutely is trying to manifest this. They are using everything that they have to make this happen. All their skills and their weapons and their secrets and their powers are being called to make this happen. They think that this would be a smash hit. Wow, this hurts. I'm feeling like a fist has grabbed my heart and is squeezing it now because I'm in Meghan's energy, and this hurts. Ow! Make it stop. How does Catherine feel about being asked to step into those giant shoes? Shoes that aren't often rightly Meghan's, that she just kind of walked away wearing. Those shoes, how does Catherine feel stepping into those shoes? Does she want to? Oh, yes. King of Wands. Yes. It's not Schadenfreude. I don't see Schadenfreude. I didn't see it in the previous reading I did today, but it is, give me this platform and I will make something of it. It will be spectacular. I will bring energy to it, power, leadership, enthusiasm, creativity. It will be a huge opportunity to spark something in the world. And she feels she genuinely believes in what she's doing. She's taken her time to research and to study and to find her way. She hasn't just latched onto any odd random thing. And this could light a fire, a huge fire, as far as she's concerned. Again, not Schadenfreude, but it is, I can lead with this. And it's an interesting card because we're using a dark tarot, Tarot of the Abyss. Did I tell you that? If I didn't, Tarot of the Abyss, apologies for not doing this before. I got carried away with the reading. It's a dark tarot. So this King of Wands finds himself in a forest on a winter's day or night. And he is the one with the fire. And she knows that this is crucial for the future of the world, that children are given all the absolute best starts in life if our world is going to right itself from the mess that we're in at the moment. This is a platform that she really wants. Not because it was Meghan's before and she's elbowed her out the way, but that's obviously how Meghan will see it. Well, maybe not. Let's just test. How does Meghan feel? How does Meghan feel? Oh, that was the hand around my heart that I felt. There it is, the Three of Swords. Normally you actually literally see a heart being stabbed with the Three of Swords, but there we don't. But it's in the research, the talking. It's a book with these little daggers in it. And the brain, the thoughts, the ideas that have become stinging. So it's about her work ethic, her research. Everyone's saying she was so boring, she was so ill-informed, she didn't even bother to show up to the interviews. Other people had to go and do the research and put the interviews together, and then they just cut and pasted her voice in at the last minute. That's her failure, but it's a failure, an intellectual failure that hurt her. That's the fist around my heart. Wow. And I could really feel it. I can still feel it. How's she going to recover from this? Can she recover from this? Not particularly interested in what's going to happen with Catherine. It's something they're trying to manifest. They really want something that she feels would be brilliant. Who cares whether it happens or not? I want to know, how's Meghan going to deal with this? What's she going to do? Can she recover from this? Can she come back from this? Is she going to sue? Because they say she's watching closely. What does that mean? Ooh, judgment. Judgment is a lawsuit. it's a pretty scary card, this. It's a fallen angel that's kind of trying to rise up again, almost like a horror movie. You know, the last scene when you think you've killed the monster and you're driving away in your car and he suddenly leaps up in the back seat with the axe in his hand. It's that kind of idea. That she is going to do her absolute best to try and overshadow this. It could be through legal process, because it is a legal card. It's called Awakening in this Tarot of the Abyss, but it's traditionally Judgment, and traditionally is read as a card that can deal with legal proceedings, like the Justice card, obviously Judgment. But it's coming back. It's the second coming. She is going to do her damnedest to overshadow this, if this happens, by something, whether it is her own podcast hosted by Archetypes. We know she's got a studio set up, or thanks to Spotify, in her house, Mudslide Mansion, if she lives in that house. She is all out. She's highly motivated to clap back. Believe it. We've got huge cards in this. Lovers, the Magician, the King of Wands, the Emperor, Judgment card, and the Three of Swords. That's the only minor arcana in this reading, and it's painful. You can't overstate, I can't overstate what a blow this is to her. To the extent that she feels regular people emotions. A lot of people say whatever personality disorder she might have, not my business to know that. I'm not diagnosing, but whatever feelings she has are hurt to the max here. She is highly motivated to overshadow this, to come back, to suddenly rear up in the back seat of that car just when you think it's all over. Watch your back, King of Wands. But King of Wands is fine. King of Wands is highly protected. And we know the King of Wands is highly protected. We've got that light, that fire there, but we've also got the Magician. And the Magician is very powerful. And the Magician wants this. The Magician wants this in a very positive way. That's such an interesting depiction when you look at the posture and what's going on. Spooky. That's your reading. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again tomorrow.